You just never know what you're going to find out here. Look, I found me a baby possum. Okay, there's a look at the main. Cheese tortellini. dubc here. We're back another Survival Saturday. So I'm out doing another solo overnight, and this one I'm really going to be testing some of the gear that I'll be in skills that I need for the Pathfinder school. So some of the gear that is actually required, I actually picked up, and I want to try it out, such as I think this is the Bushcraft Mora. It has a 90-degree spine to hit a ferro rod. It works really good, but I want to start getting good practice with this knife. I also picked up a new backpack. This is the LA Police gear. I believe it's a 72-hour tactical pack. I wanted to pick up something a little different than what I had to go to the class. So again, just filling this up with gear, getting a feel for it, breaking it in. And then I also have the Pathfinder School cook set that I'll be checking out as well. So all things that, like I said, I just want to get practice in, get better at before I hit the school. But I also have some other gear. Ryan Outdoors actually sent me a prototype for Ryan Outdoors Ivy Wipes. So I'll be showing those off. I think it's a really good idea to prevent any issues with the poison ivy. And then for my one MRE, because I'm still doing one MRE per day, I got menu 13 cheese tortellini because it's day 13. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and set up camp. I'm going to use the gear top tent because that's what I plan on taking in the class. Again, just practicing with the gear I'm using, so I'm ready to go. So go ahead and get that tent up. I got the tent set up. This is the gear top tent. For those who want to see the setup, I'll link right now. I've done it a few other times, so I didn't want to do it again. But it's one of my favorite tents for solos. Really lightweight, easy to set up, and you know, I have the rainfly on there right now. I don't know if I'll need it, so I might take it off. It's really hot out right now, but it is lunchtime or dinner time, so I'm gonna bust in this MRE real quick. Okay, we got menu 13, cheese tortellini and tomato sauce. Another vegetarian menu. I'm actually in the vegetarian mix right now. It's 11, 12, 13, 14, all vegetarian. I'm not too excited about this one, the main, but there's a component in there that I really enjoy, so I'm going to bust this open. Got a peelable seal. And let's see what we got. Okay, right off the bat, there it is. The vanilla pudding dessert powder. My second most favorite MRE component. First being the milk and blueberries from the breakfast menus. This is amazing, and it's worth the menu itself. Okay, this is the case B start, so we got lemon lime instead of fruit punch, but I'm hoping that doesn't continue. We got accessory kit. We got some recovery trail mix. We got the FRH, but I got some oily stuff going on right here. I don't know if it's this chocolate peanut spread. I hope that's not leaking. You don't see the chocolate peanut spread that often. But yeah, I'm getting oil somewhere. So that sucks. If something's bad in here, that's going to be bad news. We got the MRE spoon. Got the main. Some MRE crackers. And then here's the beverage bag, and it's got a bunch of the oil at the top. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, we got the accessory kit. Got some salt. Some creamer. Some sweetener. Got some hot sauce. That'll help. Moist nap. Toilet paper. And some coffee. And chewing gum. So one thing that's really interesting is this is typically sealed up, and it's all the oil is inside or whatever it is. Doesn't really smell bad. I just don't know what it is. It's actually like saturated inside the hot beverage bag. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the main warmed up. I wiped everything down with the wet nap as best I could. Throw some water in the FRH. Go ahead and mix up our electrolyte powder, which I'm all about right now. I like the drink that gives you electrolytes on a hot day like this. Okay, time for the vanilla pudding dessert powder. Now this only takes 4 ounces of water, and you let it sit. Just mix it right in the pouch, but I got a cool dessert idea. And also, I didn't want to warm up any water for the coffee, so I'm just going to throw the coffee in there. That way I get the caffeine kick. And a little coffee flavor doesn't hurt either. Okay, now 4 ounces of water. I don't have really a measuring system, so I'm just gonna wing it, but less is better. Okay, I've never tried putting the coffee in there, but it smells amazing, like a French vanilla pudding. We got our crackers. Look like they're not busted up too bad. Got the recovery trail mix. So this, I've had this in one of my last reviews. It's got the peanuts, the cashews, almonds, and pretzel bites. And we have the chocolate peanut spread, which I squeezed. There doesn't seem to be any pinholes in it for the leak, so I don't know where that oil or residue came from. I tried cleaning them up as much as I could. We'll go ahead and tear some of this off real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and try some just to make sure it's okay. Okay, it doesn't taste bad. It just tastes like it should, I guess. It's a chocolate peanut spread, so it tastes like the peanut butter with the lightly chocolate infused. Really enjoyable, and it's a nice change up from the regular peanut butter. Okay, the main's all warmed up. FRH did a great job. Okay, there's a look at the main. Cheese tortellini. When you can barely hold the retort pouch, you know the FRH did good. So go ahead and try a couple of these just by themselves. Okay, his menu is a little bit, this main at least, is very bland. Definitely needs hot sauce, which luckily I have. And I'm going to take one of these crackers and break it up inside because everything's kind of, the noodles are really soft. I can't even taste the cheese in the tortellini. So maybe adding the cracker texture and the hot sauce will help. Okay, we had the crackers, now is the hot sauce. I'm just going to pour it all in, mix it up. And let's go ahead and try that now. Definitely the cracker in the hot sauce help, but it's still not one of my favorite mains. But overall, I definitely can eat it like this as long as I put the cracker and the hot sauce in there. I'm going to go and wash it down with the lemon lime electrolyte drink. Again, it's really nice to have a sports drink out in the heat. You're out here working and sweating. Get your electrolytes back up. It's really nice and refreshing, and I do enjoy the lemon lime. I'm going to try the recovery trail mix. Don't want that. I like the pretzels. Okay, the trail mix by itself, well, it should be filling. Definitely needs like fruit and/or like the M&Ms to go in there. It definitely helps that out because they're very dry. But it's not a bad recovery mix. It's got some good, like I said, good nutrition in it, but definitely needs a little bit more something. Time to get into this pudding. I squeeze it all down to the bottom. I'll go ahead and slice this off real quick so I can have better access to it. There's the finished product. You can probably add more water if you wanted to. I like mine a little thicker. And the vanilla by itself is awesome, but this coffee mix definitely looks to improve. Let's go and try it out. This is awesome. It tastes like a French vanilla cappuccino pudding. Best way to explain it. I'm getting my caffeine in, and it tastes great. But I'm going to go ahead and make my dessert megabyte up. I got my cracker all set. We can put some pudding down, and we'll jazz this thing up nice. And now we got the pudding down. I'm going to add the chocolate peanut spread across the top for like some frosting. And then we'll put the recovery trail mix on top of it. So that's a dessert megabyte right there. Yeah, I definitely smashed that. So I know you guys, I don't know if you ever had the chocolate cream pie or something like that, but that was like a French vanilla cappuccino chocolate cream pie. And then the crunch from the recovery trail mix was nice. The chocolate flavor came through really good, and then the base and the cracker, perfect. It just came together awesome. I suggest anybody definitely try it, and that's why I love this menu, even though I don't like the main for that pudding. But now I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I got to start working on getting some firewood and getting a fire going. You just never know what you're going to find out here. Look, I found me a baby possum. Let's go ahead and set it free. It was under a wood pile. Okay, it's time to get a fire going. And one method I have not used yet is flint and steel. And I will use the char cloth that I've made in previous videos. I'll put a link for that right now if you want to see how I made the char cloth. I also made char wood as well. But we'll place the char cloth on top of a tinder bundle all made up. I got some dry grass, pine needle, and some birch bark. Once you get your char cloth placed on your tinder bundle, and then Jack Trade sent me a piece of flint, and I had a steel. And I can also use my knife, but I want to try the steel first. But you put it in your hand, and then find a good edge on this and create sparks and throw them on the char cloth. There we go. So now I have the char cloth ignited. I can bring it up. Okay, we got a fire. Place it into our stick pile. Place our little sticks over it. Okay, the flint and steel worked pretty good. I mean, just getting those sparks to the char cloth or char wood, not too bad. A little bit easier than I expected, but I had practice with the char cloth before because I've just used a ferro rod before. I tell you what, I really enjoy this knife. It's very limber compared to my SE6. SE6 I love too, but like this is a lot quicker if I need to get it out, cut something real quick and put it back. And really do like the 90-degree spine. I believe it's carbon steel. It's got a nice grip on it. And I mean, it's a lot of people really like these knives, and I can see why. Very sharp, and I'm excited to practice more with the ferro rod because I want to get better because Dave Canterbury says you don't just want to throw sparks, and I've always thrown sparks with the little like saw things that come with the ferro rod, and that throws sparks. But if you use this 90-degree spine, throw lava or magma with the ferro rod with this 90-degree spine. So that's what you want to do, especially on like a wet fire, like a wet day, a rainy day. Okay, now it's time to talk about the Ryan Outdoors Ivy wipes. This is a prototype he sent me to check out. Really good idea. I think it's, for a lot of people that want to go out hiking, camping, get out in the outdoors, but they, I have a really hard time with poison ivy. This is a wipe that if you happen to say, okay, I'm going to reach in here and grab this piece of wood and then look up and there's poison ivy right there, I'm exposed. Okay, obviously that's not poison ivy, but I'm just saying as an example. You would open it up. Now, he's also, I think he found a method to have it dispense, but basically would pull a wipe out. And the wipes are nice, I think they're organic material, or I know he's working to get a good material, base material, and then basically would take it and say, okay, if the poison ivy touched me here and the oil's on me, you would take the wipe and just wipe that area. And what that's going to do is remove that oil. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, where you read through, but it's a certain oil that's what affects you when it comes down to it. And basically when that oil gets on you, you'd wipe it off, and any area that you think that you touched the poison ivy, and boom, you're going to get that oil off you. You're not going to have a reaction. I think it's a great idea. I think it's awesome that he's making these, and he's got a couple other things coming up in the mix too. But I'll put a link for his website, his YouTube, all that down below, so you can check them out. And like I said, I'm excited to see the final product, but these definitely really good idea for anybody that has a really big problem with the poison ivy. Okay, it's bedtime. Good news is it's cooling down, so it looks like to be about 62 degrees to sleep. That's pretty easily sleeping. It's been hot all day. Mosquitoes have been not bad. It is July 3rd, so a lot of fireworks going off right now in celebration of the 4th. So by the time this video comes out, it'll be a week later, but still, definitely should keep the animals chilling. But I am just reading up on my Know Your Knots. I got this from Rachel Sunshine to get the knots down for Pathfinder. I'm just trying to learn as many knots as I can and be proficient in them. Tomorrow I plan on making the coffee in the Pathfinder cup cooking set. And like I said, just continue to use the skills, but I guess it's lights out. Okay, it's morning time. time to make some coffee. So I have the Pathfinder's nesting cup kit cook set. Comes with basically the nesting portion, which you would put over a fire, which I'm going to do in a minute. Then we have the cook portion, which opens up on the side. And then it also comes with a lid and a device to grab this if it gets too hot. The bottle has a nice top on it, screw top, but it's I think it's single wall, so you could purify water in this if you had to. But you could also hold your water, pour it in here, boom, and dry it out. So I just want to get good with it because this is one of the required items for the class. You can get it at selfrelianceoutfitters.com. I'll put the link down below. I actually got a kit that comes with like fire starter and a ferro rod and then everything else and a nice molly bag. And I figure you could probably use fuel too, but I'm just going to use twigs to try and just make a little twig stove. The other requirements is a 6-inch ferro rod. This is not the one I got, but I put some duct tape in for a better handle. And then you can use the Moore knife for the sparks, and I can tell you what, it's pretty impressive how much sparks it actually throws compared to just that little saw they give you. But I'm going to go ahead and get this fire going. I'm just trying to use some birch bark, so it's going to take a little bit more. There we go. Once you get a little fire going, place this over top and then feed it from the front. There's a little spot in the front that we can feed it from. And like that has a lid on the top to keep anything from falling in while you're trying to make it or prepare it. But yeah, I just keep stuff and sticks in there. Get some hot water. Just like that, we got some boiling water. Okay, I got my cup. Me having the MRE coffee. Stove worked great. Alright, got my morning coffee. The Pathfinder school cup set worked great. Definitely boiled water and faster than I expected to, and I like the height of the stove, worked out pretty good. But I slept pretty good last night. It was got down to about 60 degrees. Chilly, but comfortable compared to the heat in the mornings and the days. And I said it's not bad camping, like tarp camping and stuff, because I know I got to work on shelters and whatnot, but just the bugs right now are crazy. So that's why I brought out the tent, and I'll continue to work on my gear and kind of reduce it down to the class. Okay, I'm not going to talk much about the LA police gear bag yet. I want to get a little bit more use out of it, just for kind of see how it works. I do have my first aid kit mollied up front. I got an awesome patch from Shocker 71, rock or something. I thought that would be perfect for that because I really like MREs. But yeah, I just want to get more feedback or use out of it before I kind of talk about it too much. Spiders. I did get the front piece, which I thought was pretty unique. There's a tactical front piece that actually clips into it and has 2 additional bags, and it zips up front instead of having the sternum strapped. So I thought that was really cool. But again, I just want to get some, I'm going to be hiking with it with approximately about 50 pounds for practice. And once I have that feedback, I can provide it maybe in a later episode. I probably will do the most feedback in my loadout video for the Pathfinder class, with showing all my gear I'm taking and how I'm going to load it in here. Okay, time for the recap on the overnight. Started out pretty hot, bugs were crazy, but I got to test out some new gear. Put up the gear top tent. Worked out great. Like I said, I want to get in the shelter building and the tarp building again, but I want to let the bugs calm down a little bit. Without the bug net, it's crazy. For the food, I had menu 13, cheese tortellini and tomato sauce. Not a big fan of the main, but the pudding makes it all worth it. And like I said, I only ate this while I'm out here. I got pretty tired. On these trips, I definitely probably will have to supplement from getting all the wood, all the work, and the hiking. It's probably burning way more calories than I should be, so I'll be more careful with that. As far as the gear, I got Ryan Outdoors Poison Ivy wipes. I want to see if I can find a picture of the production, and I'll put it up now. But I think in the long run, I think they'll work out really well. If you get some of that oil on you, get that oil off so you don't have any reaction. That's going to be key. And you know, the other wipes he's got coming, I believe he has a bug wipe and potential like hygiene wipes. So really excited to see what else he comes up with. Okay, now the Mora knife. I've heard a lot of great things about this. I do have a sail needle taped to the back because that's another requirement. I think it's a large sewing needle basically. That's one of the requirements. But this knife itself, very impressed with, very sharp, and I like the 90-degree spine for starting the fires with ferro rods. And you can do flint and steel with it, but I was doing the flint with it. It was actually marring up the 90-degree spine, so I'll have to get better at that or figure out a better way. It does come with a ferro rod at the top, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then there's a diamond plate that you could actually sharpen your blade on the other side. So really nice setup. I think the only thing that most people don't like about this potentially is it's not full spine like the SE6. It's got the metal all the way through the handle. But I think it's still a very strong knife and really easy and versatile to get stuff done. And then I have the Pathfinder cup cook set. Nest all together really well. Boiled water. You could purify water in this all day. I mean, it works out great. It boiled water fast. A little stove on the bottom, and it all nestles together. And you just put it on one of your side packs, and you're good to go. I want to continue to use this, and again, as I get closer to class, my pack will only consist of the gear that I'm supposed to have, so I can get better at using just the gear and trying to be proficient and do everything I normally do with just that gear. But every trip's more practice, and I really enjoy it. And what more can you ask for? So that's all I got now, so thanks for watching. Have a great day.